Okay then, so we've got Hakko no Power Star wo Buji Torimodoshi Okina Hoshi no Doa ga Hiraku you ni natta. So 8 power stars, Buji, meaning the first character would be like to not exist or to not be or none, and then Ji is like thing, but in kind of in the sense of like a serious thing, like an issue. So it's like no issue, which kind of basically it means safely, or yeah, safe, like with no issues kind of thing, safely. Torimodosh, meaning to take and put back, or to take back, or to take and return something. So to get back, basically. Okina, meaning large or big. And oki is kind of a funny word because it can be both an e adjective like oki, or it can also be a na adjective as it is here, like okina, which is kind of funny. Hoshi, meaning star. No doa, the star door. Hiraku, open. Yo, meaning the state. The state, basically, or yeah, so that it will open. Ninatta, became so that the door will open. Kuppa wa sugu soko da, meaning Koopa. Sugu, meaning like immediately, kind of immediate, and soko is like there, so it's like he's immediately there. So he's not like, you know, he's not a distance away really. He's just like he's just there. He's just at that place. So kind of as you start heading towards that place, I suppose you will immediately come across him. So yeah, it's kind of in that sense. He's literally just over there, kind of thing. Yeah, and I hate that use of the word literally, but it works. It's the best translation, probably. Peachy no koe ga kikoeru. So peach, koe is voice, so Peach's voice. Kikoeru means like to be heard, or like can hear. So Peach's voice can be heard, I suppose, is a good translation. Whoops. So let's go and get up. Did we cover this? Yeah, we did, didn't we? We've covered this. Yeah, that's just the same as the last one, so that's fine. All right. So we've got Gahaha. Wana ni hamatta na Mario. What the hell is that? Really? Hamatta na Mario. Alright. It's just weirdly formatted to me. So wana is a trap, and then ni is to, and then hamaru is to kind of, well, obviously, I suppose you can translate it as to fall into. It's kind of like to fit into, basically. To fit into, or to, yeah, that's basically best, to land into, kind of thing. And then na at the end, sort of like, you fell for my trap, didn't you, kind of vibe. And then maliao. I just would expect this na to be longer, like wana ni hamatta na Mario, and maybe a comma here, but it hasn't. Unless it really is like this whole thing is modifying Mario, which I don't think it is, but you know, I'm not a native, so it could be in a weird way. And then mata jama wo shinikitta you da ga Tomodachi kara no chukoku da. So again, jama is like an obstruction, isn't it? Like, yeah, an obstruction to someone's like plans, or to someone's like kind of lifestyle. Not lifestyle, but jama or shinikita. Like we've come to interfere, basically, haven't we? We're like an interference. So jama wo shinikita. So you've come to interfere. It seems, but tomodachi kara no chukoku. So tomodachi is friend. Kara no, so from a friend. This is a warning. It doesn't say this is, but chukoku da. So it's kind of literally friend from warning. But perhaps he's referring to himself as the friend in this case. Obviously, this is Bowser speaking. So I guess he's kind of saying, yeah, heed this advice from a friend, kind of thing. Obviously, jokingly, they're not friends, but yeah. And then ashimoto ni wa kiyotsuke na. Ashimoto is like basically your. Well, moto is like the basis or the foundation, isn't it? And ashi is like your legs. So it's like your step, the foundation of where your feet are, and therefore it's your step, you know. And then kiyotsuke na is like take care, isn't it? So take care of where you're stepping, watch your step, sort of thing. Whoa! Why didn't you press the switch? Yeah! So obviously we're going to get the red coins along the way. Where are they? Oh, there's one. Oh, hey. Nice deal. Oi! Getting a bit confident. I shouldn't be. Can you long jump to that? Yes, you can. Nice. Okay then. I don't know if this star up here is going to give us a different message to the 100 coin message. Let's find out. Oh no, perhaps not. Omowanu tokoro de star wo te ni ireta. So omowanu. So this is a kind of a different form of, like, you know, omo is to think, and this is like a different negative form to omowanai. This is omowanu, which might just be more favourable for modifying nouns. I'm not too sure, but it's just basically a different negative form. So to not think, place, in, star got. So we got a star in a place where we didn't expect to, or where we didn't think we would, is what it means. そしてお城のパワーがまた一つマリオに勇気を与えた。That's just the same as before. ここまでセーブしますか? Sure. Alright, now we've got zannen datta na Mario. Zannen, just basically meaning a shame or unfortunate. And yeah, he's saying that was a shame, wasn't it, Mario, I suppose? Zannen datta na Mario. Koko ni wa Peachy-chan wa imasen deshita. Okay, okay. So in this place, Peach-chan. So obviously Chan is used for like familiar, like young women or girls usually. Peach-chan. Yeah, kind of cutesies up the person it's attached to, I suppose. It makes them sound a bit cute, kind of thing. Imasen deshita. So is not here, or no, not is not, was not here. And I suppose what he means by that was like, she wasn't here all along, kind of thing. And then gaha, just laughing at us. Wanga hai no ushiro ni mawarikonde shippo o tsukameru mono nara tsukande mirun da na. Wanga hai is like a kind of perhaps quite an old and sort of arrogant way of referring to oneself. You get this wanga with like with lots of things. I think there's like, is there like wanga something that means like my home? I'm just going to look that up because I think that's kind of worth going over. Wanga kuni is like our country. Wanga ya is our house, our home. Wanga is my. Wanga, one's own. Our, my, I, or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of not, you know, used often, but there's a common theme between wanga and then certain things that follow it. Ushiro is like behind. Mawari komu, I suppose, is to like get behind, you know, to like go around him and to get behind him. Shippo is his tail. Tsukamu is to grab hold of something, like to grasp. And I suppose tsukameru is the potential form, so like can grasp. Mono nara tsukande mirun da na. This is just the sort of experimental, like try doing it form of to grasp. So, and then nda. In this case, is kind of an order. Tsukande mirunda. It's like telling us to do it. And this mono nara is kind of hard to explain, but the way I kind of see it as is like, if it's a thing that can be done, it's kind of like implying that it's very difficult to do, I think, is what this kind of grammar does. You sort of have like a clause, and then mono nara, it's sort of like, because this is really unlikely, or, you know, like not going to happen. Yeah, that's what mono nara does, I think. Yeah, like it's saying that we can't do it. There's no way we're going to do that. We're going to be able to do that. That's kind of what this does, in my understanding. I don't know. I don't really know why. But as I said, that's kind of how I'd see it. It's like if it is a thing, if it is something that can actually be done, then just try and do it, kind of thing. It sort of implies that it's not going to happen, kind of thing. Stick de guri guri mawashite nageru nado dekiru wake ga nai. Stick de, so using the stick. Guri guri is interesting, because guru guru is for something to spin round, usually. So is guri guri just another way? I suppose it probably is. Guri guri. It should be guru guru probably, but maybe this is just a silly or slightly alternative way of saying it for the sake of the game. I don't know. Mawasu is to rotate something. Nageru is to throw. Nado is like etc. And then dekiru wake ga nai. Dekiru is to be able to. And then wake ga nai. Wake ga nai. It means there's no way, or there's no reason to think it can be done, or you know, no reason to think it can be done, no reason to think it has been done. It kind of has that, so it's like there's no way, basically. Yeah, and then ha 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 ha. So he's saying like, yeah. Using the stick to rotate and throw me and so on, there is no way that you can do it. In a very disjointed translation kind of way. Is that enough? Let's do it again. Nice. So this is just a noise, isn't it? A little. This is negligent, I suppose, and then suru making it into a verb, so it's like he neglected, he let his guard down, kind of thing. I don't know why this means negligence, because the first one's like oil, and the second one is like to cease. So, you know, who cares? Who even cares, to be honest? Like, it just means that he let his guard down. Oku, we've kind of covered a bit before. No, it's not oku, sorry. Otta. I think this is just basically, this is like almost the same as ita, shiteita. But this is a slightly older way of saying it, perhaps. You often hear people use otta in like games like Zelda, where it's kind of obviously set in kind of, you know, like the times of knights and things like that. You know, it's not modern day, is it? It's interesting that he's saying wa at the end, because wa is usually quite feminine. It makes it sound more womanly at the end, but you know, there's a nuance to that, I'm sure, that can be used sometimes that I don't get. And then sekkaku no keikaku ga buchi kowashi da. Sekkaku no keikaku, is keikaku plan? Yeah, okay, plans, yeah. So the plans that he sort of went to great lengths or to great pains to sort of come up with. Buchi kowashi, I suppose, is just, you know, completely destroyed, or, you know, now useless. Buchi kowashi. To destroy, to spoil, to crush. Yeah. So just ruined. The plans that he tried, you know, works very hard on are just completely ruined. Shikash, meaning however. Power Star mo Peachy mo wangahai no te no naka ni aru no da. So the Power Stars also, Peach also, my hand inside is, basically. So the Power Stars and Peach are both in his possession. They're inside his hand. Tear his hand. Yeah, kind of makes sense. He still has them. And then gahahaha, mada mada makete wa ora. So mada mada means like a long way to go. It means, you know, mada means like not yet or still. And I suppose mada mada just kind of doubles up on that to make it, you know, still, like there's a long time to go yet before you know, before the end, before we win, kind of thing. Oh, although no, sorry, he's saying it to this. So mada makete wa oran. Makeru means to lose, so you know he hasn't lost by a long shot, I suppose is what he's saying. And then this oran is like a negative form of oru, which, as I said earlier, is kind of the same as iru. So I suppose you could probably swap this out with iran, and it would basically be this. No, would it be the same? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because they're different. They're different verb forms. So yeah, ignore that. Ignore that. Makete wa oran. But yeah, this is a negative form that happens a lot. You'll get people saying things like shiran when they don't know something instead of shiranai. And this, instead of oranai, this is oran, like shiran. So that's all that's going on, really. So I am still very much not yet not in a state of having lost, I suppose. Kore ijo sta wa watasanzo. So here's that negative form again. Instead of watasanai, he's saying watasan. And watasu is to hand something over, to kind of exchange, I suppose. No, perhaps not exchange, because you don't get anything back from it. Just to hand over, yeah. Hand over's probably the best. So this, any more or any further, up to this point, so up to now's point, I will not hand over, you know, any stars or any additional stars. So he's kind of done giving us stars. We're not getting any more than 33. Kyou wa kokora de kanben shite yaru. So today, at this area, kokora, it's like Koko is here, and then kokora is kind of around here, I suppose is a good translation, like this area, around this point. Yeah, maybe. Kokora de kanben shite yaru. So kanben is like to forgive or to excuse. And then suru obviously is makes it a verb. Kanben shite yaru, and then yaru is kind of a crude way of saying that he'll, well, not perhaps not crude, but kind of rough, a rough way of saying that he will do this for us this time. So he's like, I'll forgive you this time. I will allow you forgiveness this time, kind of thing. And then oboete roya. Oboete. So this ideally would be oboete I ro, but he's cut the E out. So he's using imperative form of like, be in a state of remembering this. Yeah. So make sure from now on you remember this. You remember him forgiving us or whatever, or I believe anyway. Oboete ro. I think it must be, because it's imperative. So he must be telling us to remember. We've got time left, so what I might do is I might do the cap courses, the metal cap and the invisibility cap now, just to fill up this, because I'd prefer to be able to get, like, you know, entire levels into a single video. So rather than start a level now and then not finish it and then come back and have to finish it in another video, you know, I suppose I'll just do the cap courses. Not even going to go over that. Just going to get on over to the cap course. And then also, you know, if we're still... Well, that's dead. That's dead. I'm dead. That's a death, I mean. But yeah, if we still have time, like even after doing the cap courses, then maybe I'll catch that rabbit or something. Fill out some time a bit. Too fast, that's why. Damn. I suppose I'm kind of a bit terrified of this dude and all, because he's just like a big dinosaur-looking thing in water. Yeah, that's bad. I don't like big stuff, and especially not in water like this. Go! It's just the right way, right? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so we've got Metaru no Switchi no Koursu e Yokoso. Most of it's English, you know. Metal Switch Course. To welcome. Midori no Switchi wo fumeba Midori Buroku ga jittai ni naru. Basically the same as the wing cap course, wasn't it? Green, Midori is green. Switchi wo fumeba, if you press the green switch. Midori buroku, green blocks. Jittai, like actual, you know, physical body, I suppose. Ninaru, will become. Or become, yeah, to become, basically. Metaru no boshi de metaru ni nareba. So, let's finish the sentence, actually. Mizu no naka demo arukete shimau. Arukete shimau, really? That's interesting. So, metal hat through the means of. Metal if you become. So, if you become metal through using the metal cap. Water inside. I think we may have discussed this before. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, they say inside the water, but we obviously say, you know, below water. Let me just... We say underwater, don't we? But they say in water. Let me just turn the game down a bit here. Might be a bit loud again. Yeah, so, like, even, or perhaps, like, including inside the water. Arukete shimau. Can walk, but then it's shimau. I don't know why this is shimau. I suppose it could be that you sort of accidentally walk in water. Or is it arukete shimau? This is the other form of shimau, where it means to finish, to close, to do something completely. Not really sure. Mizu no naka demo arukete shimau. It's kind of weird. Anyway, then we've got mazu wa otameshi kudasai, same as the wing cap. First, try it out. Please try it out. Kind of thing. Not going to get the underwater red coins yet, because look at that, the cap runs out like immediately. Alright. Muteki no karada ni nareru metaru no boushi no switch wo fumimashita. Muteki kind of literally means like to not exist enemy, which means invincible. And I think it means invincible in the sense that maybe teki means like nemesis or enemy, you know. And then mu is like to not be, so there are no enemies, and in the sense that you have no match. Nothing is like strong enough to become your enemy or nemesis because you are, you know, you're unbeatable, sort of thing. Yeah, but that's muteki, meaning invincible in a sense. There's another word for invincible meaning like immortal, I suppose, which is fujimi, which means non-death body kind of thing. It means that you have a body that can't die. But anyway, yeah, there are a couple of different versions of invincible, and yeah, they're kind of used in different situations. Anyway, then we've got karada, meaning body, nareru, meaning like to be able to become, metaru no boushi, metal cap, switch, fumimashita, you pressed the switch. Yeah, that's kind of enough, I think. Sekai juu no midori no buroku kara metaru no boushi ga tobidashimasu. This is the same as the wing cap, but obviously with, you know, just the colours and the cap type switched around. The worldwide green blocks from metal cap will come out or fly out, sort of thing. Koko made wo seibu suru. Oh, I didn't notice it had like wo in it before, did I? So everything up until now, will you save? Yes, I will. Whoa! Just gotta get these. Can't change the camera. Game can probably come up again. Alright, that's that. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Get the invisibility cap. And if we have time, maybe we'll capture that rabbit. Maybe get the star from Toad in the Hazy Maze cave room. Damn. Do 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 do. Wow, totally missed. Okay then, so Toumei Switchi no course e yokoso. Toumei meaning kind of like transparent or invisible. Transparency, cleanness. Interesting. Yeah, like transparent, you'll have like, you know, transparent bottles is kind of a common usage of the word toumei, I believe. Yeah, and obviously in this case we're kind of, you know, we're able to go through things as well. So I don't know, I'm not sure if that quality is actually included in this. Probably not. This is probably just like in English where it's the invisibility cap. Invisibility doesn't imply that we can go through things, but we can in this game. I don't know. So same thing again as the other cap courses, right? Invisibility switch course 2, welcome. Aoi switchi wo fumu to subete no ao buroku ga jittai ni naru. So that's just the same. Blue switch, press, And, kind of, upon pressing, all the blue blocks will become, you know, actually present, actually physical. Yeah, will become. 透明防止で透明になるといろんなものを通り抜けられます。So invisibility cap with invisible become and then or if you become invisible いろんなものmany different things 通り抜ける would be like to go through. 通る is to go through and 抜ける is to go through. Excuse me. So I suppose combining them together just means to, you know, just kind of doubles up on that, I suppose. 通り抜けられます and then られます is the potential polite form of that. So can go through things. まずはお試しください. So first, give it a little play around, I suppose. This is such a weird course. Like, how does this even use the invisibility cap? Suppose there's whoa. Suppose there's you know, you have to use it at the end to get through the fence, but yeah, this course just kind of isn't based around using the invisibility cap, which is kind of funny. Whoops. Oh, hey, I'm gonna die, That's close. I accidentally moved the control stick to do something and he started crawling. So that was bad. It's really satisfying hitting those switches, isn't it? Sugata wo keseru mahou no tomei no boshi no switch wo fumimashita. Okay. Throwing lots of new words at us here. Sugata meaning just like one's form. One's kind of, you know, physical shape or form, yeah. Keseru meaning like to be able to erase. So, yeah. And mahou meaning magic, quite simply. So the magic that can erase one's physical form. Tomei no boshi, invisibility cap. So all of this is modifying the invisibility cap. And then, in fact, no. And then, yeah, no, it is. And then that's linking it to the switch. So the switch for the invisibility cap the magical invisibility cap that can erase one's physical presence. You pressed, basically. You pressed that switch. This is the same thing again, isn't it? The worldwide blue blocks from invisibility cap will fly out. ここまでをセーブする。はい。Get this. And we're done. Alright, I was just having a bit of a drink there. I didn't want the mic to pick up the sounds, because it'd be gross. Oh, come on, dude. I totally got him. So we're going to get him, obviously. Cap this dude. Oh, man, come on. Where are you going? 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 Get him! Nice. Okay, so we've got itete, lanbo na hito da. So itete is just, like saying that hurts, or when you're in pain, I suppose you say, yeah, itete, it's like itai. But we've seen this a couple of times in this game, haven't we? So it seems people tend to say itete instead of like ouch or ow. And then lanbo is like, I suppose, wild. Rude, violent, rough, lawless, unreasonable, reckless. So yeah, perhaps violent in this case. Lanbo na hito da. Obviously it's a na adjective, so we've got na there to attach it to the person. So he's saying, you're a violent person, or you're a very wild and violent person. Kono star wa kupa de yatsu ga kuretan desu yo. This star, kupa, and then I suppose this is toyu, meaning like quoting Cooper, and then saying to quote Cooper, and then you saying say, and then yatsu, less literally meaning a guy called Cooper, basically. And this te here is short for toyu, I suppose. So kupa te yatsu ga kuretan desu yo, like gave to me. He gave this star to me. Anta no mono da nante shiranakatta yo. Okay. So this is basically a clause here to say it is your thing, like it's yours. I didn't know. So I suppose I didn't know that it is yours. Basically, that it is your thing. It is your possession. He didn't know that. And then nante. Nante is nante. Nante kind of belittles the thing before it, I think. Yeah, it's just kind of a strong kind of thing that sort of, yeah, as I said, kind of belittles the thing before it. So it's like, I don't know, is it doing that in this case? Sometimes it does that. But it's just kind of a strong word that means like, yeah, I had absolutely no idea that it was yours. I suppose. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's kind of nante. I remember in like one of my favourite dramas, there's very few, I've only seen about 3 Japanese ones actually, but I remember this line where he says like, what does he say? He says, Gakko nante, and then like just shit at the end, I suppose. It's like, and the nante, like really just exaggerates that the school is like crap, like he hates school or whatever. I can't remember the exact quote of it now, but that's where I most remember the use of it. Nante. Yeah, it's kind of doing that. So it's, yeah, kind of just exaggerating that he had no idea that it was ours in a kind of a strong way, I suppose. Kayasute ba kayaseba in desho. So kayasu is to give something back, to return something. And I suppose this is like quoting it. So kayasute, like if you say, give it back. Yeah, and then again, like if you say, give it back. If I give it back, we're cool, right? Sort of thing. Like everything's okay, everything's good, everything's favourable. In desho, like, yeah. We're cool, right? I suppose. If I give it back, we're cool. Hanashite kuretara. If you release for me, or if you let me go for me, kind of thing. Star gurai kaesu kara. Gurai. I don't like gurai in this sentence. Star gurai. It kind of... Gurai kind of means at least. Star gurai. So it's kind of saying like, you know, if it's merely a star that you want, I will give it back. And then kara is like, you know, because or so. So if you let me go, I can at least give a star back. And then kara, I suppose this kara is like because in relative to this. So it's like if I give it back, we're cool, right? Because if you let me go, I can at least give a star back. I can at least give you a star. I suppose that's kind of what's going on there. That's the best you're going to get from me, at least. And then hoi, when he gives it to us. This is the same as the one in the Bowser world, isn't it? It's like word for word. It's probably just copy-pasted. So we're done with that. Does he say anything else? No. Okay, good. Let's just leave him there. Okay, now we've got to do... Well, we haven't got to do, but there is Toad's text here that we can do, I suppose. Get this star. 帽子をなくすとダメージが多くなるので大事にしてください。So yeah, hat, lose, if, kind of, like upon losing your hat, if you lose your hat, ダメージが多くなるので、damage, big or a lot, I suppose. 多くなる. Oh, no, sorry, not big. It's not 大きく, is it? It's 多く, which is 多い, meaning a lot. And this is like the adverb form, so it becomes 多く rather than 多い. 多くなる. It will become a lot. So damage will, like, you know, damage you take will increase, basically. ので, meaning like so. Or like therefore or whatever. 大事にしてください. Daiji meaning like, you know, to take special care of or to what's the word? Daiji ni. I suppose just take special care. Or to take care. And then shite, suru is just like, you know, to ensure, to act so that you know, you take care of something, yeah. Kudasai, just making it a kind of polite request. Nakushitara, nakushita koursu de mitsukarimasu. So if you have lost it, lost course, in the course where you lost it, it will be found. Mitsukarimasu. You know, you can find it in the course where you lost it. More simply. Doshio. So this is just a sound, and then doshio, like what should I do? What should be done? Just kind of, you know, panicking, like he doesn't know what to do. So it's like doshio. Pichi hime wa kabe ni hikikomareta mama dash. I was really confused by that then. So Princess Peach, hime is princess, isn't it? Peachy hime, and I think this is kind of used, you know, when using their name, Peachy hime. It's just like a title added to their name. Kabe is wall, so in the walls. Hiki komareta, so again this is like the passive voice saying that this has been done to the subject of the sentence. And hiki komu, to draw in. So basically, you know, it's like she's trapped in the walls, isn't she? Mama is kind of basically just a state. As it is a translation I'm getting here. But just to illustrate this, like maybe like once in English class out in Japan, we'd say like if we wanted the kids to, if the kids were standing up and we wanted them to do something whilst still stood up, we'd probably say something like tatta mamade or something like that, which means, you know, in the state of still being stood up, do this. So kabe ni hikikomareta mama, like she's in the state of being trapped in the walls still, kind of thing. And then this she at the end, I think we've seen in this game already. It implies that there are other issues that are worrying him, but he's not going to specifically list them. It just means there's additional problems, that he's not going to specifically mention this time. And you probably more commonly hear this said as dashi rather than dash, like I just did. But probably either is fine. Excuse me. And then hayaku Koopa wo yatsukete kudasai. So quickly, Koopa yatsukeru is like, what was it, like to beat up or whatever, was it? Or to get him. Get him. To beat, to attack, to do away with, to finish off. Kudasai, like a polite request sort of thing. E no hoka ni kabe no naka ni mo monster no sekai ga arimasu. So e is like the pictures. No hoka, so other than, basically, hoka ni, other than pictures. Kabe no naka, inside the walls. Also, nimo, also. Monster no sekai, monster world are, or is, or there are. So there are monster worlds inside the walls, other than, you know, the pictures. So he's basically telling us that, the entrance to the desert and stuff, where it's actually there's no picture there. You just jump straight into the wall, don't you? And then he's going, kore motte itte kudasai. This, possess, go, please. So take this, essentially. Kakushite motte kakusu is to hide something. So he was actually hiding it from someone else, and it differs to kakeru. Sorry, I've done it again. Kakureru, because kakureru is something is like hidden, and kakusu is to like actively hide something. This is a transitive verb, I suppose. Kakushite motte. So, and I was in possession of it. And this is kind of in the vibe of, you know, all along, I suppose. Like I've been hiding this and have been in possession of it all along. So in that sense, it's past tense. Like I have had it for like a long time or whatever. And that's the same as before. And I think that's the end of the video. So, whoa! Trying to run around in circles again. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it was worthwhile. And I'll see you next time.